A headache.
The headaches got worse and worse and worse that entire week.
That wouldn't go away.
I couldn't sleep. The pain was so bad in my head.
Turned out to be worse than Daybreak anchor Sarah Swaby or her husband Taylor could have ever imagined.
Migraines was my worst case scenario. Brain cancer never crossed my mind.
The pain was from a tumor in Taylor's brain.
In that one moment, everything changes. Our entire lives changed.
It's called glioblastoma, and mine is grade 4.
It's the same cancer Senator John McCain had.
It's a fast-growing tumor in the brain.
Sarah delivered the news of McCain's diagnosis to our viewers on Daybreak, the whole time knowing her husband and father to their 2 young girls had the exact same disease.
Taylor was diagnosed about 5 months before Senator McCain.
That emergency room visit was in January of 2017. Scans showed a huge mass behind Taylor's left eye.
The glioblastoma is a highly aggressive tumor.
Taylor, just 31 years old.
These types of tumors will grow with kind of tentacles that will just kind of reach out into the brain.
Weeks later, a highly complicated surgery to remove as much of the mass as possible.
Going into the surgery, I had to say goodbye to everyone.
That surgery considered a success.
My neurosurgeon got 90% of the tumor.
The tumor wasn't completely gone. Taylor had chemotherapy and radiation treatments every day for 6 weeks.
It was basically 6 weeks of hell.
Since then, 2 more brain surgeries.
You can see the scar that goes all the way from ear to ear.
Including one after an infection that forced the removal of part of his skull.
I went 3 months without my skull flap, just a big hole in my head.
This is a 3D printed version of Taylor's actual skull. That hole,
this area in my head, is now plastic.
The plastic piece that's now in his head. Now, the family's finding strength in new things.
One of the organizations that we started working with is the National Brain Tumor Society. It helps me to help other people.
And Taylor's scans are impressing even his doctor.
Completely stable right now, so I'd say he is beating the odds.
But the fight's likely not over yet.
What are the chances that it'll grow back?
Well, there's a really good chance. With glioblastoma, recurrence is highly likely.
It's the unknown that scares Sarah the most.
That's my biggest fear, is that the tumor will come back. Because, you know, we're supposed to grow up together and raise our kids and watch them get married, babies. And I'm so scared that we won't get to do that.
Now, Sarah and Taylor are looking forward.
Just have hope, be positive, do everything you can to fight.
I feel like this has given us a new perspective, and we are trying to be more in the moment and not put things off.
Most recently, Taylor's undergoing a therapy that uses tumor-treating fields.
That's a treatment technique that we've not used on any types of cancer yet, so it's brand new.
It's called Optune. Electric fields shoot right through his head.
Bounce back and forth between the front and the back and the side to side, thousands of times per second, and that slows down or kills the cancer growth.
New perspective, new strength, and now, publicly sharing a journey they're committed to fighting together.
When you get married and you say your vows in sickness and in health, and you mean them, but you think that it's going to happen much later down the road in your 70s and 80s and not in your 30s when you know you're worried about your career and raising 2 kids, and then it just kind of gets thrown at you unexpectedly.